Welcome to the new episode, and today we are going to talk about love and personal responsibility. We've all been in this state where we've fallen in love and fallen out of love, or we've been hurt. And the most popular statement we hear is that time heals everything. However, I think I can comfortably say that as much as that statement is true, time doesn't heal what we refuse to face. And that is the topic of my episode today. It's about true love and personal responsibility. As much as the statement of time heals everything is comforting, however, it's incomplete. Because yes, time can numb pain, but without learning, we are likely to repeat the same story, but in a different phase. So, real healing is active, it's deliberate. And how are you going to do that? That's what I'm going to focus on right now. Just give 11 things that are in the playbook of love that can help you be better at dating, building a long-term relationship, or repairing yourself after a breakup. Now, the first thing in this playbook is to understand that true love is operational. Love is not fireworks. That feeling you feel, it's really nice, but true love, it's mutual flourishing, the two of you, which is proven only after time. And there are a few things you should look at. I think there are six of them. Here is how to know that this love will flourish. One is their respect. So there is no belittling of each other, or no one wants to control each other. Is it reliable? By that I mean, do you two, either of you, keep your agreements? Honesty. Do you tell each other hard truths, but in a kind way? Repair. You take your own responsibility and make changes after conflict. Then is there an effort to reciprocate, to care for both of you? Lastly, do you have a shared direction which is compatible with your values, both of you, towards specific shared goals? Now, respect, reliability, honesty, repair, reciprocity, and shared direction. If these are absent, the feeling might feel intense right now, but this is not love. So pay attention to these 6 things. If any of them is absent, then there is a few things you need to work on. Number 2 is time and healing. And I'm bringing in a model I'm calling the 5R model. Now, time passes either way, whether you're hurting or you are trying to heal. But healing from this heartbreak is a practice. So, and this is the why or how the 5R model comes in. R number 1 is to recognize. Name what you feel without judging it. Number 2, regulate. That is 90 seconds of slow breathing or a short walk, a call to that one friend you talk to and you feel so nice. 3 is reflect. Ask, what happened? What did I do? And what can I do different next time? Then rehearse. In essence, role play your new response. Then lastly, rewire. In essence, repeat those small changes for at least 30 days. Why? And why this works is because you're training your nervous system. not waiting for time to do it for you. Rather, you are taking initiative directly. Okay? Very, very important. Number 3 is a pattern recognition. And this might start from you asking yourself, am I choosing the same story over and over? We do this because you and me don't love change. Therefore, most of the time we are drawn towards something familiar, which might not always be healthy. And therefore, these old stories, old tendencies, or attachment tendencies can steer us to be attracted to someone, a specific thing. Because chemistry is a spark, it just feels right. But however, the character is the thing that makes the fire burning. So as much as you feel nice, looks cute, looks handsome, is tall, is short, is plump, whatever architecture of that ideal person you have in your head, you see them, that spark, it's so good, but only thing that can stain you is character. Therefore, instead of focusing on, oh, I need a tall, someone who works in this specific place, someone who goes to the gym, lists traits, character. Okay? Focus on that, and every single time add that. A good example could say, I want someone who's charming. Charming means someone who keeps their promises. Oh, that feels so good. I'll see you next week. I'll call you after an hour. I'll get you this. I'll take care of that. That feels so good. Number 4, really radical accountability to yourself and without self-blame. Because chances are there's a trigger, something, because we've been heartbroken before. And every time something like that happens, it creates an emotion and an action which comes into a result. So as much as we can't control what our triggers are, you can rewrite that story or the next steps after that trigger. Okay? And some of the things you can do is you can decide to start by asking yourself statements like, I choose, I do this, I've made a decision to do this. So radical accountability. 5, boundaries. Define, communicate, and enforce them without fear. Boundary is not a rule for someone, it's mostly your action when a specific line is crossed. Very, very important. What do you do when you've said, I don't want this to be done? Okay? Define it, communicate it, enforce it. And it's what you do when a specific line has been crossed. Not, this is what I expect of you to do. No. So, a good example, you can say very simple. If you raise your voice at me, I'll pause this conversation and continue later, or I'll continue it in our counseling. Number 6, distraction versus processing. Most of the time, if you're hurt, we always try to look for ways of numbing it. It could be like you want a rebound date, you want to scroll on your social media, or even start broadcasting what you're feeling on social media. You even overwork, sometimes you even go into substance. However, the best way to process this is to start doing things that initially feel uncomfortable. But a good example could be things like prayer and meditation, journaling, writing how you feel intensely. If possible, use a pen. You can sleep, you can exercise. This is very, very, very important. It can really help you. Number 7 is communicate. Overtly communicate. Be very, very clear. But also, if someone is talking to you, listen. Not to answer or argue, but just to really understand what is going on. Because that conversations are the gym where love gets stronger. Okay? 8, consent. Right? power and mutuality. Now, what do I mean here? Healthy love requires affirmative consent, a fair distribution of power, and shared labor. This could be logistics in the house, money, emotional care. Now, what you're going to look for, which are red flags, are coercion, contempt, isolation, promises without change. You see any of these things, then something is off. Number 9 is that rupture repair mechanisms, because every relationship fails, but the only ones that are durable, they both of them repair them. Now, one thing I can only tell you that you're going to go away with is focus on patterns, not the apologies. That's all I'm going to say about that. 10, stay, work, or leave. It's a very simple decision making framework. Now, 3 things that are going to guide: are you staying? Are you deciding to work on this relationship, or you decide to leave? 1 is safety. Is there an abuse? If yes, create distance, get support, non-negotiable. Okay. Data. Look for behavior changes in 30-90 days. Is there improvement, or is it getting worse? Not just words. Look at the behavior and focus months, not next week. These are, do both of you want this to work? If any of them is no, set a clear distance, exit kindly. But if it's yes, design a time frame we're going to observe and see if these changes are durable. Okay. Lastly, the main one is self-worth. And here, I want you to understand that a relationship can affect your identity. It can interrupt your standards. It can ruin your health. It can affect your faith. So it's very, very, very important that before you start, you build these things. 1 is our purpose, a craft, something you're looking forward to. Have a very strong set of family, of friendship, a circle that you can depend on. Okay? Health is non-negotiable. Find a way in which you have to be as healthy, as fit, as vibrant, as vigorous as possible. Then have a sense of spirituality or meaning of faith. Then focus on something you like doing, something creative, something you do, so that a relationship does not come in to interrupt any of these things that you enjoy doing when you are alone. Okay? And mix them nicely. So those are the 11 things, which is a blueprint for love. Just before I conclude, I'm going to read or explain something very, very important. And I hope this message sticks. Because I don't think time is a healer, because time might numb the pain. However, if you don't learn, you will repeat the same story in the same cycle with someone else with a different face. Everyone and anyone keep saying that time is a healer, but if they refuse and use distractions as a way of overcoming something that has been difficult, then we are only distracting ourselves from the core issue. We're not doing anything to develop and learn, and we're not working out our boundaries and working out on what will work better for us next time. We're just simply moving forward with our life, assuming that time will numb the pain, and we're not using that time to overcome the pain. And as a result, we're just asking history to repeat itself in a negative light. Or you're holding on to the faith that maybe someone better will come. To grow, you have to accept that over time there's something I need to do. Okay, so that you have hard conversations with yourself. You take responsibility and radical accountability to the fact that you were attracted to that person to begin with. Very, very, very important. And maybe I contributed something. You start to look at life as happening for you and not to you. You move yourself away from the victim mindset and take responsibility for the people who come into your life. You own that space and you start to rebuild your self-worth and confidence instead of allowing external things like the people to affect it. So, a practical guide to true love and personal responsibility comes down to you. Thank you. Until next time.